And maybe your friend that invited you on this call was like, oh my gosh, it's travel and there's this and there's that. And they were so excited. First of all, thank them for inviting you on because it is an invite only call. And so they thought enough about you to want to share with you something that they're excited about. But when Sherry Sharman called me, I got excited about travel. And then I got really excited about, as I learned more and more about the company and the leadership and just what this company was doing. A group of motivated, positive, outgoing, wonderful people coming together to create something great. How bad does that sound? It sounded pretty great to me. And the lady that called me has, as I said, been my mentor since I was 24 years old. She taught me a lot of success principles that I have applied to multiple businesses in my career. And I used to own an advertising agency. I've done a lot of different things. And success principles can be applied to anything that you do in life, including being a better friend, being a better wife, mother, all of those things. And I learned a lot from her, and you guys are going to get a chance today because not very many times in your life do you get a chance to meet people that have already become successful. And then they spend their time helping other people to do it. And that's a pretty special person. And she is one of the most loving, fun-loving people that you know that you will ever meet. However, she's also documented, she's a multimillionaire. She's helped thousands of people achieve incredible success. And you get a chance to hopefully pick up some nuggets. Maybe you'll love what we're doing. And even if not, you'll be able to take away something from just getting a chance to meet her. And so please help me welcome Sherry Sharman.
Oh, thank you so much, Rika. I'm so excited to be here and happy Easter weekend. And for everybody that's on this call, we want to welcome you. And this is my favorite day of the week, and I'll explain why. Because on Saturdays, we actually do a presentation about our company, and then we do a little training afterwards. And it's not real long, but it's a lot of great information and golden nuggets on how to succeed quickly. And that's something that when I first saw this industry for the first time, it was back in the late 80s. And I've almost had 4 decades in this industry, and I absolutely love it because the only way you can succeed with our company is by helping others. And the company that I looked at back in late 80s was water filtration. It was like selling water filters. And that was back in a time when nobody even believed our water was bad. And there was no bottled water. So that was kind of a tough sell, but it kind of taught me how to do team building and all of that. And it really, I went from being a Montessori preschool teacher, having a hard time making ends meet, single mom, to being able to achieve wealth far beyond my wildest dreams. So just be open-minded, enjoy this morning, afternoon. I see people here from Africa that are on the call, the UK, Canada's in the house. I want to welcome all of you. Thank you so much for being here. And the gentleman I have the pleasure to introduce to you was actually one of my students back in the mid 90s. And when he was in his early 20s, and the one thing that I noticed about him once I got to work with him and everything is he had the it factor. And I don't know if you know what that is. It's just someone who just pays attention, is one of the best students in the world, and they excel far beyond your wildest dreams. So it's like for all of you that are on here, you're going to have an opportunity to listen to him. He helped co-create this company. He is one of the top income earners, not only in this company, but in our whole industry. And I just am so excited to introduce to you my business partner and dearest friend, Muzaffar Najfi.
Thank you, and happy Saturday. Happy Easter weekend for those of you all that are celebrating this incredible weekend. And this is kind of like my Easter shirt, I think. I don't know. So, David, I knew you'd get a kick out of that one. I haven't worn. I usually have a tie on with this one in a suit. I don't think I wear it by itself, but Sherry was like, "We're having yesterday we had a Good Friday day, and it really was a Good Friday." And so since we won't talk to y'all tomorrow, this is my little, I think I look like an egg that's kind of colored, and I have a blue thing on. So I look like a child colored an egg, especially with my hair. Anyways, for those of y'all that are here, we're going to have a fun Saturday. Hey, Shar, we kind of match. All right. So this is one of those days, man. I don't know what to tell y'all. We're going to have a fun time. I believe in blessings and happiness. And listen, there's so many people that go through life without smiling, without laughing, and they say laughter is food for the soul. So let's have some fun today. I know that a friend or a family member or a business partner, somebody invited you to Saturday, and first thing you see is Rika smiling, and welcoming all of you. Thank you, Rika. And I hope you get 80 degrees as long as you can, or just move to Arizona and it's here majority of the time. And for everyone else, the next lady that you saw, she's right. She's been my mentor, my coach. She's been like a second mom to me. And, and sometimes I've always had to figure out how to decipher if she's coaching me or momming me. And yesterday we were getting ready for a Zoom and she was like, Muzaffar, gum out, new shirt. And so even as a 50-year-old young man, father of two beautiful girls, married to my wife going on 20 years, I accepted it and said, yes, ma'am. And the only thing that was missing is her right in front of me going, put it here. So anyways, she has, thank you, Sherry. I'm joking around today. I can't tell you, but thank you for your guidance, your coaching, the kind words that you have said. To be very candid with all of you, my wife and I live an incredible life today because of mentorship. I was interviewed on a podcast yesterday and I was asked what was one of the key factors that changed my life. So my wife and I grew up in different places. My dad's from East Africa, and I see friends of mine here. Here's what's crazy. I see a friend of mine here named Martin that's from the same place my dad is from Uganda, from Kampala. And it's always been a dream of mine to help people back in my dad's home city change their life. And I can't take responsibility for changing Martin's life. I'm just honored that we have the ability to connect with incredible people like that. Martin has done incredible work, and so has his team. And hopefully you'll get a chance to hear from him later on in this presentation. For those of y'all that are here, my dad moved to Canada, and then from Canada we moved to the United States when I was 10. My dad's East African, my mom's Middle Eastern, and therefore the unique mix. And so what ended up happening is I was told if I want to become successful, go to school. And I think that no matter where you are in this world, I think that's kind of been what we were all presented. And I got lucky enough to get to university because of a sports scholarship. Like my mom and dad made $30,000 US combined, like both of them working for the whole year. Like that was their income for the whole year. And I wanted a different life, but I couldn't get to university because we couldn't afford it. And I wasn't smart enough to get scholarships. I mean, this is the day of being candid right now. I wasn't smart enough to get scholarships, but I could catch an American football, and run fast. And I got to university, and my last year, I tore everything in my right knee, my ACL, MCL, and PCL ligament. And my dreams were taken. I don't know if that's ever happened to anybody. If you've ever had a dream taken from you, if you've ever had a pathway that you were set, I'm headed this way, and a roadblock came and you couldn't remove it, no matter what you tried. That was me. I literally was stuck. I was sitting at home after surgery, asking the questions, why me? God, why me? And my mom told me that when one door closes, God will open another. And my mom's very religious. And I used to look at her and say, when, Mom? When will he open the new door? And my mom said, just remember, when the door is open, maybe it's a little bit, maybe it's a lot, but you have to walk through it. You're going to have to decipher when the knock comes, when the door is slightly open, and if you're willing to walk through it. And so I'm here to tell you today, and I'm not here to get religious, even though for some of you, it's a very religious weekend. This is a knock, and the door will be slightly open today. Whether you walk through it or not is up to you. I know your friend said, you've got to see this. They decided to walk through the door, and there's a lot of excitement and great things happening. And we've connected to incredible people. But just because you're looking at a business opportunity today, and even if you decide that this is something you want to partner with us on, it's going to take work. Remember, there is no get rich quick. And again, I'm not trying to be religious, but I just remember a lot of things my mom says. I have two moms. I'm kind of lucky. And I remember both of their teachings. One's on this Zoom and one I'll be calling after this Zoom. But my mom used to tell me all the time that God helps those that help themselves. And so again, things are presented, but we have got to do the work. So let's start today. After I graduated and looked for a job, couldn't find one, my friend called me and said, "Hey, you've got to see this." Now, it wasn't this company, but it was this industry. And I went to a meeting and I fell in love with the concept. Like, I thought it was the most incredible thing I had ever seen. I was sitting there listening to this guy, Paul. And when he was done, I said, "Listen, like, who thought of this thing? Like, seriously, who thought of this?" And he laughed. And I said, "If you can help me make what you make." The guy was making $12,000 a month. And by all means, money is not everything unless you don't have any. Then it's all you think about. How do I know? Because I lived that. It's all I thought about. It's all I dreamt about. And it was more so because I wanted to retire my mom, because she used to have to beg to get off of work to do what she loves, which is to help people learn about God. So I was like, I just want to help her. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to retire my mom, no matter what. And my first company in this profession was My Way Out. And I was told to go to a training. Some of you have heard, like Moana put in the chat, "See you in Atlanta." And some of you are going, "Why would I see her in Atlanta?" Well, there's a big event happening in Atlanta. And that's what changed my life. Not Atlanta, but the big event. For me, it was in Las Vegas. And I drove 26 hours from Minnesota to Las Vegas because I couldn't afford a flight. There were 13,000 people in the room. That company was number one on the Inc. 500 of privately held companies in America. And the co-founder and number one income earner got on stage and said that we can do it. She said to me, "Yes, you can." Now, some of you are going, "Wow, that's kind of cool." Okay, that's how I felt it. That's what it seemed like. But she really didn't say, "Muzaffar, you can." That's not what happened. There were 13,000 people there. I was seat number 13,000. She was on stage. She said it to everybody. Her name was Sherry Sharman. She was earning $100,000 a month, 1995, 96. I thought she was talking to me. Call me crazy, call me naive, but I actually believed the words that she said. And all I wanted to do was work with her. And it happened. It took me a few years to get into her mentorship, and I never wanted to get out of it. And she's been coaching me and training me ever since. And I'm excited to share this company because I want you to know something, that when we talk about this company, this has become more than a company. It's become a community. And I'm excited that I had the opportunity to be there at the beginning and help add some input and give my thoughts on what we could do to really change lives. Because for me, it's more than the money. I've been very fortunate financially. I've built 7 companies in this industry and companies outside of this industry, and we've made millions of dollars doing this. And I want you to know that when we talked about putting this together, Viago, Via means the way, the path, right? And go means go. And when we talked about this, it was about creating a global wealthy community, our mission statement. And I thought about the fact that my life changed because of this profession and mentors. But the reason I say slightly more importantly, because you've maybe heard that being in the right place at the right time is the key to success. And that's actually not true. So many people have been in the right place at the right time and didn't take action. And so many people have had coaches and mentors and didn't take action. So many people have had access to information of success and never used it. So many people have this. So I'm going to show you something, and it is the right time. But it means that we have to work. So the thing that I will give myself credit for is I did the work, I did it consistently, and I never quit. And so when it came to creating Viago, I was so excited to be a part of this. And my CEO, who's my business partner, his name is Isaac. before Viago, just a little bit about him. He opened a skincare company where they opened 900 stores in 40 countries, did 3 billion in revenue. My other business partner, a gentleman named Eddie, him and his partners created the largest travel club in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Millions of members. In 2016, they did 994 million for the year. Total, they did billions. We all came together and said, how do we do something bigger, better? This was right after COVID. And Viago was born. And we put this wish list together. And then we broke it up into phases. Phase 1 is what I'm excited to show you. And this has literally attracted thousands upon thousands of members. We pre-launched last July. We launched in October. That was the event I invited Sherry to. Since October, we had another event. Sherry was there because she made a decision to not only join, but to finish. And so you will see her in Atlanta, for those of y'all that come to Atlanta, and you'll meet the rest of our community. There'll be about 1,000 folks there. And everybody is excited about this membership, this benefit. It's the ultimate lifestyle club. It's like having your own lifestyle country club. Like, that's what I think about. It's a membership that gives you Rolls-Royce service at a Honda price. Now, it's not at the price of a bicycle. I'm just going to be real with you, but it is at the price of like a Honda. And so maybe you heard about travel, and I'm going to explain this. It's one of the first categories. Travel. Listen, go ask people this weekend. Some of you are going to be getting together with family. Some of you are going to be hunting eggs tomorrow. Some of you are like, Muzaffar, you're crazy. Yes, and yes. But I hope you have fun this weekend. I hope you enjoy. I hope you celebrate. There's such a positive message throughout the weekend, one way or the other. The point is ask somebody this weekend this question. Just ask them, if time and money were not an issue in your life, what would you do more of? You have to say it like that. Not what would you do, not what would you do more of? And a lot of people answer, 1, 2, or 3 answer. Survey says, I would travel more. And the reason why they don't is time and money. Like, really, I'm just letting y'all know. And so I was interviewing an author, and he told me, he said, Muzaffar, there are 5 needs. Hey, Rika or somebody, if you could help let people in, that would be great. Thank you. There are 5 needs that people want. 5. And I was like, oh my gosh, Viago actually services all 5 needs. Okay, I know what you're thinking. What are they? Need number 1 that everyone wants, or at least from the surveys that were done, was number 1 was money. And number 2 was health. You would think they would be flip-flopped, but I mean, that's just how the surveys went. Number 1 was money. Number 2 was health. Number 3 was travel more. Number 4 was significance. And number 5 was relationships. To be able to feel like you're important.
Muzaffar, you're muted.
Somebody muted me. Did I say something? All right. So anyways, I don't know where I got muted, but the 5 key things, right? Number 1 was money. Number 2 was health. Number 3 was travel. Number 4 was significance. So many people want significance in their life. I do. And number 5 was relationships. There are a lot of people that are going through life without real relationships. Don't worry. We have them waiting for you here. Let's start with travel. Travel, ladies and gentlemen, is really simple, right? We have access to what's called wholesale travel, wholesale. And there are other companies, right? Hopefully you guys can see my video. There are companies like Expedia, Priceline, Booking.com, all of these. And they have a better price than retail. So this is retail. They have wholesale. What they don't do is give you wholesale. They mark it up a little bit and give that to you. Yesterday, I was talking to a lady from India. She's a model. She's an actress. And we were talking, and she was like, how? How does, like, she was like, why? She goes, I'm part of a different travel club. Why do you guys have it at this? I go, well, they have it at this too. They just don't give it to you. It's how they make money. She goes, oh my gosh, that makes sense. We talk about our members, and we give our members the wholesale price. We don't sell travel. What we do is we give this to you. So look at what happens, ladies and gentlemen. is that the minute you get inside of this portal, inside of this membership, you put in your username and password and you get access to travel. You'll save money on hotels, car rentals, resorts, cruises. Yes, we have flights. I don't brag on flights. They're FAA regulated. So most of the websites that you will see, the prices on flights will be the same. But with us, I love talking about hotels because when you go into your Club Viago membership and when you put in, I want to go to this city. For yesterday, for the first time, I heard about a city in Spain. I didn't know, Marabella, Spain, because we were looking it up. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Because that lady I was telling you about is headed to Marabella. And we started looking and she goes, what about this hotel? I go, well, you can go there and save a little bit. I said, but look at this 5-star where you save 25%. And she was like, oh my gosh. And so look, people have fun with this. This is simple. This is Caesar's Palace, Las Vegas. $149 public price, which is Priceline, Expedia, Booking.com. They're almost 99% the same. People go, well, Muzaffar, I know you check Priceline. What about Booking? Go play around. Enjoy spending your time playing around because you'll come to the conclusion of, oh my gosh, they were right. That's the public price. We are Viago. 101 is our price, $48. Some of you might be going, that's not a lot of money in savings. Okay, spend 2 nights there. It's almost $100. A penny saved is a penny earned. This is Miami. So if you want to stay in a higher end place, look at the savings. This is Glacier National Park. This is the Millennium Hotel. Oh, Muzaffar, I would never spend $728. No, I understand. But there are people that want to. This is Italy. And by the way, with us, you wouldn't spend $728. You'd spend $315. That's what you would spend. Well, Muzaffar, that's still too much for a hotel. Then get a 4-star instead of a 5-star. No one's saying you have to be at a 5-star. This is Italy. Look at the price. I've used this in Colombia, in Argentina, in Asia, in the United States, in Canada. I went to Toronto and I was using this right next to Toronto Pearson Airport. And I was saying, it was funny because we went in, my wife and I went to Toronto because my brother finally met a significant other and he wanted us to meet. So we went to Toronto in December. And he used his work stuff. I used Viago and I rubbed it in. Hey, Muzaffar, that's not nice. Why not? That's what you're supposed to do with brothers. I was like, how much did you spend? Look at what I spent. A penny saved is a penny earned. I said, keep wasting money. How does it feel to be you? Anyways, we're brothers, right? This is the stuff that we do. So the next area, just so you know, is our vacations. Our vacations. We design these vacations so you can go live instead of exist. How many people do you know that don't take vacations because of time and money? They say the average employee gets 15 vacation days, but they only use 6. And they don't know where to go. They don't know how to put it together. Everybody wants an experience that they can talk about and have memories forever. That's the one thing. As we all, age gracefully, the thing that we talk about when we see each other is the memories that we had, not the money in our bank account. We talk about the time we spent together, not the zeros or negatives that are inside of an electronic situation. We talk about the hugs and the times we cried and smiled together. That's what these escapes do. These escapes have helped people find their significant other. For Shar, it was her husband. There's so many people that have met their best friends. Relationships are real and they're important and we need them as human beings. It's what separates us from machines. It's what AI will never be able to replace. So when you look at a vacation like this one in Playa del Carmen, this is the city, by the way, and it's 5 days, 4 nights, including round trip airport transfer, a welcome reception. It's all inclusive. All of these things would normally cost extra. So funny. I had somebody say that I did a comparison with that Playa del Carmen, Mexico vacation. I said, you did? I said, what resort did you choose? He said, Playa del Carmen. I said, that's the city. What do you mean? And then he was like, oh, I said, look, I'm telling you, ours is a 4-diamond property. Well, which one is it, Muzaffar? When you become a member and you go in, you'll find out. There are some things I got to leave for members. Like we show you the country club, but we can't show you, like, the details, they're inside the club. But I'm going to show you what you're going to get. There is some secret sauces that you will go, that's so good. Yes, we have them. Inside, you have to, if you compare us, which I go have fun, we've already done this. How do you think we have thousands of members in 40 countries and we're growing? Because our product, which is our membership, it works. There's a host waiting for you. Can you imagine going on a vacation and the minute you get off the airport transfer, which is the car that takes you from airport to the resort, and you get out and somebody's sitting there waiting for you going, welcome to Fantasy Island. Like, can you imagine? Okay, it's not, that was a TV show. Doesn't happen that way, but they do say welcome, like, and they know your name. The point is that this, if you were to do on your own, is $1,700 without flights. With us, it's $850 without flights. This one trip would save you more than do you understand? This thing is incredible. And then we've got reward points, which all of you know what those are because you have them with airlines, with credit cards, but I don't know if you have anything that $1, 1 point equals $1. I don't know if you have anything that equals that because I haven't seen it until Viago. And so the minute you become a member like I did, you get 600 points immediately. And you can use them on vacations like this. Now, every vacation has a maximum amount you can use. This one, you can use 150 points per person. So if you did 150 for you and 150 for your significant other, or you do what Shar did, you go by yourself and come back with a husband, whatever you want to do. I'm just kidding, Shar. We're matching. So I don't know if it's not pick on Shar day. Maybe I miss you, right? So we live in like the same city kind of area, and I don't see her until we meet at like some vacation or one of our big events. So anyways, Shar, you're awesome. Hopefully we'll get a chance to have you tell your story. But if this is Vietnam, 5 days, 4 nights, look at it. And then look, the regular price is like 900. This is 575. Even if we did nothing else, that's a great price. But then you can use your points. Same thing with Dubai. When I showed Sherry this company in October, it was a week before our launch. And she said, I'll come to the launch. And then at the launch, she saw this and she said, Muzaffar, when is that? March? And some of you are going, wait a minute, it's April. I know, I'm just showing you that this was March. There were 400 people that went on this event, including Sherry and her husband, because the minute she saw this, if you look, the one thing you will see with Sherry, she's always like she's always happy and she shows her emotions. So like I do Zooms with Sherry for people and she'll go, hi, what? And I'm going, oh my God, like her hands are always like this. And so when I said, Sherry, here's Dubai, and it's in March, she goes, yes, it's my birthday month. I love Sherry. I don't know how anyone has a bad day around you. I have no idea. But that's why I'm so glad that I've had you in my life as a mentor and a second mom, but as a business partner, you've made this business so much more fun. And like, I couldn't imagine doing this without you. Like for all the years that we didn't work together, what the heck were we thinking? Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm so glad we're together. And it's amazing. Anyway, she sent me messages and pictures and she was like, thank you. Look, I didn't create the city of Dubai. I didn't make this vacation. She goes, no, but you introduced me. And if you wouldn't have made that phone call, Muzaffar, my birthday would not have been the same. She goes, I got to meet 400 people. And she sent me pictures of her with people in Africa, her with people in Europe, her with people from all over the world because of this one vacation. And she's met friends for life. This is Cairo, Egypt, Phuket, Thailand, Guilin, China, Spain, because there's so many, I'm telling you. And then we design vacations that you want. Raymond and Janie are a wonderful couple that work with us, and they have this heart towards helping children, and they wanted to build bottled schools, and they asked if we could design a vacation around it so you could give back and spend time for yourself. There's no shame in wanting to enjoy your life, but to be able to do both, give back and have fun, phenomenal. And then the third category is access to a doctor 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, a licensed doctor. I've used this several times for my daughters. I've used it for myself. Friends of mine, this has really impacted. There's a lot of people in the United States that don't have health insurance. Like this is in 35 countries. This thing is absolutely amazing. And for those of you that are in the United States that have health insurance, I use this one instead of the one with my health insurance. Number one. Number two, you can even save money on your health insurance because of us. The next area is our daily deals. This saves you $4,000 a year minimum, right? I see my friend Carrie Mosier from Minnesota. Carrie introduced someone who introduced someone who introduced someone who introduced this young lady named Lindsay. Lindsay has saved over $6,000 in 90 days using daily deals. She's at Mazaffer. I saved on pet food. I saved on the Phoenix Open. I saved on my car insurance. I saved on my health insurance. I saved on my, and everybody's going, how'd she do it? She clicked. She clicked. People are like, what did she click? The button. Button. That's what she clicked. When you log in, click around. Like, I love my brother Dave on here. He hasn't clicked enough. I don't know what he's doing, man. I love you, Dave. I'm gonna pick on you. Why? I don't know. I haven't seen you in a while, man. I miss you, bro. Man, is that a sign to me? I still love you. Don't worry. Hey, y'all saw that. That's okay. That's normally not him. That was me. That's brothers. That's what brothers do. So when you've got, I want him to click more. I want him to save more for his family. Anyways, and this is our marketplace, right? This is products and skincare, nutrition. There's new ones being introduced in Atlanta, just so all of you know. So let's recap our membership. 6 categories, right? I covered all of them. And this is phase 1. Well, Mazaffer, how many categories in phase 2? Stay tuned. More is coming. There's a lot happening. I'm not saying that it's going to happen this week, next month, but it will happen this upcoming year. And then next year, so much more is coming. How do I get this membership? It's simple. Remember, you get 600 points when you become a member like me. 450 is how you start the membership. 600 points is what you get as a gift. I like gifts. Like, there are kids that are going to be smiling today because they're going to go hunting and they're going to get gifts. And to have joy given to a child is precious. But we as adults stop enjoying the gifts of life. This is a gift. 450 and you get back 600. Somebody said to me, going, Mazaffer, that's almost like you paying me to become a part of this country club. I said, I know. They said, it's too good to be true. I said, thank you. That's the best compliment I could receive. And then every month when you pay the $99 to maintain your membership, you're receiving 100 points. Like, whoever introduced you to this, I would thank them. Like, Sherry thanks me a lot and I receive it. And I thank her for being my business partner and she receives it. Then I want you to understand that this is only the beginning. So you get 600 points immediately, 100 points every month. What happens after 12 months? Can I ask you a question? How many of you have a membership somewhere? Like, how many of you pay your light bill every month, like electricity or your water bill or Netflix or Hulu or Peacock or the insurance company, or cell phone or whatever, your gym membership? Like, how many of you pay that every month? And I'm not going to pick on Dave, so this is a good thing. So I remember asking Dave, I was like, Dave, what happens after 12 months of loyalty? He said, Mazaffer, I get another bill. Or they raise the price. Then he's right. Not at Viago. We give you a gift. And that gift is either a vacation or an extra 1,000 points or an unlimited dine-in stay in Europe. What does that mean? You get an option of a package that allows you to go to Europe for a whole year if you choose, or you can go 1 week at a time or 10 days at a time, but you get 365 nights paid for by us. Room and tax. You have to meet the food requirement, which is normally $30 to $50 a day, depending on what you choose. Now, I've seen castles that you can go to. That's Sherry Sharman style. If she sees the castles that are in there, she's going to be like, Mazaffer, I want to go to a castle. I can already hear her. Now, the castle, you might have a minimum of $200 in food per day, but do you know how much it would cost to stay in a castle per night? Like $1,500 to $2,000 per night. That's paid for. and all you have to do is eat. I'm just letting you know. That's a great gift. I mean, there's so much. So it's about living life amplified every day, everywhere. Can we talk about partnering and getting this membership out to the world? Netflix has 279 million members. If we mess up what they did in the next 10 years and we get 90% wrong, I want 27 million members in Viago. 27 million is what I want. 27 million. How many do you have right now, Muzaffar? I don't know, over 25,000? Well, that's a long way to go. I know. Help me, and we'll pay you. Become our business partner. You'll get a whole software, a whole ambassador business system, and it's $49. We spent millions. You spend 49. We are partners. Amazing, right? Now, how do we earn an income? There's 5 ways. 5. There's a direct bonus, a residual bonus, a team bonus, a Sapphire leadership bonus, and a check match. I'm going to cover 2. When you introduce somebody, we do Zooms like this 5 days a week. And then outside of this, we do private Zooms. Like there are people on here that I've done a private Zoom for. When we're done with this, Sherry and I are doing 2 private Zooms to help people launch their business after this. After this, we got 2 more back to back. Because when they introduce somebody, you earn $100. Not only do we want you to earn 100, we want you to earn 200, 500. Last night, a wonderful couple did their testimonial. Their name is Roscoe and Michelle. On a Zoom we did for an incredible lady named Josephi. And Michelle said something. She said, when I saw this, I was told by the person that was helping me to become a professional inviter. She said, because experts are doing the presentation. All I have to do is put people on the presentation. And I thought about it. Do you know what Sherry taught me? She said, Muzaffar, whoever gets the most butts in the seats wins. And I was like, oh my gosh. She was a preschool teacher. She kept it really simple. And she figured out that I wasn't the best. I didn't have the best grades in school. So she needed to keep it really simple for me. So when you get to 6, right, not only do you earn $600, which is what we want for all of you, your membership is now free starting next month. And my motto is, if it's free, it's me. And then you might be thinking, well, Muzaffar, when I pay the membership, you give me 100 points. And after 12 months, you give me a gift for paying my membership. So now it's free. We still give you 100 points, even though yours is free. And after 12 months of paying free, we still give you a gift because you brought 6 to us and we value you. And so Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. And I want you to understand that we build teams. Like people go, what do you do? If you were in real estate, you would sell homes and recruit other people to be on your team to sell homes. If you were in insurance, you would sell insurance and recruit other people to be on your team to sell insurance. In Viago, I get members that I can help save them more than what they spend. It will cost you more money not to have Viago. And I build a team. It's what I do. And I want to help you do the same. So you have an income happening when you're not working. So if you introduce, what if you were the one that introduced Sherry, and then she introduced Rika, and then she introduced Shar, and then she introduced Willie Myers, and then Willie introduced my buddy Dave. And you now have 5 people on your team, even though you only introduced 1. And then you did it again by introducing me. And then I introduced, and so on and so forth. You have 5 left, 5 right, and they're all keeping the $99 membership. You earn $50 a month. And you're going, that's not a lot of money. And I go, well, 5 is not a lot of people, especially because you didn't bring it. And then you go, oh yeah, that makes sense. When your team gets to 10 left, 10 right, which is where everyone wants to get to, you're now at $200 a month, 25, 25, 500 a month. I'm so excited for you to hear my friend Martin's story. 50-50, you're at 1,000 a month. 100, you're at 2,000 a month every single month. 250, 250, 5,000 a month. 500, 10,000 a month. And your rank increases from a bronze to a silver to a gold to a sapphire to an emerald to a diamond to a blue diamond, red diamond, purple diamond, black diamond. And yes, these incomes are real. Which one do you want and which one do you need? And people go, Muzaffar, I need 85,000. No, you don't need it. We all want it. We don't need it, but we want it. And there's nothing wrong with wanting it because we'll help you get it. I believe a lot of you will finish that in the next 5 to 10 years. Some will do it in 3 years. Some will do it in 4 years. Some will do it in 2 years. What's the difference? The company's the same. The service is the same. The compensation plan is the same. And we pay into a digital wallet. the same. And we tell everybody, just because you join, money doesn't go into your account. Just like a gym, muscles don't go on your body the minute you sign up. You've got to do the work. We will train you. The training is the same. Inner Circle is the same. You get access to an online platform. The live events are the same for everyone. You just have to attend. The next one is in Atlanta. We will all be there. You should be with us. I'm telling you, I tell people, if you're not getting married or buried, you need to be in Atlanta. So I want to go to my friend, Martin. I think he's here. Martin, buddy, I'm so proud of, is he here? Oh my God, I think we lost him. He might have internet challenges. Maybe not. You here? There he is. Martin, buddy, if you can't show camera because of internet, it's okay. But if you can, man, you have one of the best smiles, brother. We'd love to see you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I wish I could turn on my camera, but I'm on the road, so I'll just have to speak. But thank you so much for having me, and thank you for that powerful presentation. Truly appreciate your leadership. And it was nice to see Sherry on the call as well. Man, we had a great time in Dubai, and truly, truly inspirational. And I just can't wait to meet you guys again. So my name is Martin Diho. I'm dialing in from Kampala, Uganda, and I've been a part of this club since November.
He's in Africa. Just be patient, everyone. Martin, are you there? And he's driving. Poor guy. Let me. And I know he wants to share his story. Martin, until he's coming back, I'll tell you guys, if you remember the numbers, Martin finished 10-10 in November. So he said he's been part of the club since November. Martin, you can say hello whenever you've got service, but he did 10-10 in November. And people go, what did he do? He presented. He showed the business. He did, and he messed up, and he made mistakes, and he heard no, and he heard yes. And he did 25-25 in December, and he did 50-50 in January, and he finished 100-100 in February. Martin, are you there?
Internet at it again. Sorry.
No problem. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was saying, yeah, so when I saw this through Matt, I was truly, excited about traveling once again and, getting to meet lots of you, getting to work with you because I had missed all of you. So truly happy to be here in Viago and getting to meet the whole family, the community. And when we were in Dubai, obviously, that was like, it was a moment that I'll forever cherish because hanging out again in Dubai was really, really amazing and getting to see some old faces. And I'm so excited about Greece. And I know, Muzaffar, you're coming to Greece, and I just can't wait to see you in Greece. We get to hang out because the last time we really did hang out was 2021 in Dubai still. But now I'm looking forward to meeting you. Well, so in the last couple of months, I've been able to enroll about 78 people. Well, my results are not typical, but I got really excited after getting to see this. So I've personally enrolled 78 people, built an organization of close to 500 people, and I'm so excited. And I just can't wait to celebrate each and every one of you. And let's go build Viago. Let's go travel the world, and let's go change lots of people's lives world over. Thank you so much, brother. Over to you.
Hey, Martin, really quickly, you personally introduced 78 people. Did anybody tell you no, or did 100% of the people say yes?
The amount of no's I can't even count. There are so many, but I know they will come before they die. Obviously, they're saying no, but they'll come before they die.
And that's what everybody thinks. And that's a beautiful picture, Sherry, of you and Martin in Dubai. And I want y'all to understand.
Oh, nice. Love it.
Yeah, right. And Martin, people think that you have to be perfect to create success, but Martin was just okay with the no's, and he was going to present. And since November, he has personally enrolled 78 personally, and his team is at almost 500. So what's the difference between you and Martin? He lives in a country where the average person's income is $400 a month. There's a reason why, he has, well, Muzaffar, I can't do this because. but he didn't have that. Like what I loved is that he just went to work, and I picked on Shar, and she's wonderful. And Shar, I'd love for you to share your story. It would be awesome.
Can you hear me all right, Muzaffer?
Yes.
Perfect. Rock and roll. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. As Muzaffer said, I'm Shar. My background professionally is a trauma ER doc. I was in the military, retired military veteran now after 25 and a half years. And during that same season, I was raising a family a lot of time as a single parent and training for the Olympics. And for me, kind of like what Muzaffer said earlier, I had a friend that was like my Sherry Sharman from my childhood. And she got started in this industry when I went into the military. And because she didn't judge my book by its cover, and she had a vision and saw some things because of knowledge she had gained that I had not, I was living very close in at that time. She reached out way many decades ago and planted a seed for me. And that seed has germinated over time and helped me look at life differently, gain a new perspective so that when opportunities came, whatever they were, not just in my military career or in business, I knew how to say yes without fear or doubt getting in the way. And I'm super grateful because in that season, she did not know I had recently been diagnosed with life-threatening cancer. And I literally was just trying to survive in that time. And because of what this industry offered, it gave me an opportunity to make different choices with my care that allowed me to be here today, now 13 years cancer-free. And those relationships threaded a tapestry of my life that brought me here, where I've gotten the chance to meet and work with Muzaffer and Sherry and Rika and so many others in our incredible community, even a community before I got here when we came together with Muzaffer's business partner, Isaac. You know, friends, I don't know what you've been dreaming for or praying for. I just know that many times blessings and gifts come packaged in ways that we don't expect. And I also know that when we say yes and keep our mind open like a parachute, by the way, it's a lot of fun to jump out of planes, I'll teach you, things always work out. So I'd love to meet you on the beaches of the world, just kind of like I met that guy back there. We had a great time in Bali on the Bali Escape, and hopefully maybe see you in Atlanta or the Vietnam trip. Thanks, Muzaffer, for letting me share. Back to you. Let's go, Viago.
Absolutely. And listen, I'm going to do one more. This Saturday, it's not a normal presentation. It's our extended, where we have a little bit more fun on Saturday. You could tell we went a little bit longer. We will be doing a training, but look, why not? It's Saturday, and it's just a healthy weekend. And I'd love to go to my friend Stevie B. You know, he's someone that has built successful businesses, but it's been more about, you know, what he's given back. And every time I hear his story, and I know he's older than me and like a big brother, but I am proud of him. And I do want to say that because sometimes people don't say it to us enough. And Stevie, I'm proud of who you are, brother, and what you do for people. So I'd love for people to hear your story.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Muzaffer. A great presentation as always. Welcome all of our guests. You know, we got a lot of great people on from all over the country. So run a full-time ministry here in Florida. My wife and I live here in Florida. We do a worldwide ministry is what we do. In fact, we're doing our first church service in Pakistan tomorrow live because of time freedom this industry offers. So very excited about that. We got obviously all of our qualifications all done. We're ranking up. We got things happening all over. You know, just hearing Martin's story. I mean, think about it. I mean, I've been to Tanzania. And in Africa, it's amount of people that have really, when you say nothing, but they have the joy on their face and their expressions, and they have a fight to do good things. It's just amazing. So we have so many opportunities all around us. That's the problem, right? But it's really exciting about where we're headed. And Muzaffer, I'm sure you're lining up all the future things for this year, next year, and 5 years ahead. So back to you. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it. So if you listen to people's backgrounds, right, they're all different. And so it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters where you want to go. And, you know, the one thing they've all done, if you listen, they've all gotten their 6. Stevie got his 6. Sherry got her 6. Rika's gotten her 6. Shar's gotten her 6. Martin, 78. But I mean, he still has his 6. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, Martin was like, I will make sure my membership is free. Right. Like, I'm just saying, Martin, I love you, brother. So the point is that, you know, and look, his team has turned into almost 500. He's about to become a diamond. And since November, right? And there are people here. Now, please don't beat yourself up if you've been here since November and go, what he's just doing more presentations. There is no secret sauce to Martin doing this in Africa. Some of you are like, maybe I should move to Africa. No, maybe you should just introduce more people to presentations. Like, I don't know what else to tell you all. People want to make it difficult. It's not. What do people do? They get started. They sign up. They get the membership and they get their points. They get their back office and they rinse and repeat. And it's all about timing. Right? This is your friend right now. If you're brand new and they introduce you and you have a chance to say yes or maybe or what have you, you say yes, that's your position. I don't know why anybody would miss this one. Like, you've missed opportunities before and you've kicked yourself. Hindsight is 2020. If I knew then what I know now, look, don't miss out on what's going to happen. People are going to introduce people that will go onto your team. And if you wait, you give your position away to someone else. And they'll join. And when you finally say yes, Martin, I loved what he said, man. He said, people said no, but they'll come before they die. I'm telling you, A, B, or C. I was an A. Sherry was an A. And look, we were all in. Some people want to be a customer and others need to see it again. I always ask people, what did you like most? Somebody's going to ask you, what part of the presentation did you like most? And then when they're done, they're going to ask you, are you ready to get started or do you need to see it again? I mean, that's really the question. And Sherry, you weren't looking to see it again. You were looking to start doing it. You saw it and you were a yes. And I'll tell you right now, I'm honored that you said yes. But why? You were retired. You made millions of dollars. Why Viago? Why now? And Sherry, I'll turn it over to you to help wrap up the presentation part of today.
Oh, thank you so much, Muzaffar. And I just love Saturdays. This is my favorite, like, because there's people from all over the world. And, you know, when you look at this opportunity, you know, for me, I wasn't looking for an opportunity. And what ended up happening, thank goodness that you had me come to the launch in Las Vegas, because I got to meet the community. And for all of you, you know, after what we went through with the 4, years of being quarantined and all the things, you know, it seems like a long time ago, but it really wasn't. And what ended up happening is a lot of people they didn't have that community anymore. And so for me, I'm going, the world needs to see Viago because of these wonderful people that are the trainers and the teachers and the lifeline of this company. And my husband and I, we had no plans on signing up, but guess what? By the end of the training, we were all in, and it has been the most wonderful. I'm honestly having the time of my life. I mean, I see my good friend Unstoppable Tracy, who just signed up. She is amazing, and if you really want to go on YouTube and look up Unstoppable Tracy, this woman is a powerhouse and one of my greatest new friends. I see Irene on here, who's author. I look at I can go through a whole bunch of new people that are just joining us, but these are professionals. These are people that most people wouldn't even ask to take a look at something like this, but they all have the same feeling. They want to teach and train and see the world and do it as a community. And that's why I'm so excited about this. Muzaffar, the training that you do, what is going to be happening up next, and I know a lot of people have family engagements and they're sending me messages. I'm so sorry I have to get off because I have to go here or there and all this, but get me the recording. And we will record this. We will get the recording out. But for all of you that can stick around, I promise you, seeing it live and then listening to it again on the recording is so powerful. But thank you. And if you have to get off and you're a guest, please get with the person who invited you out. Let them know that you're ready to get started. Lock in that top position, because the longer you wait, the farther you fall down in somebody's business. I like to say it's like a string of pearls. If you undo the latch and you hold the pearls down, each pearl is a person. And you can either start up here, or you can, wait and end up down here. We want you to start, but we want you to maximize all the people that are going to be above and below you, so we're so excited for you to be here, and thank you. The testimonials is another one of my favorite parts. We're going to do a couple more in the training, but for all of you that are on, listen closely to what Muzaffar is going to teach you in this training, because it can not only change your life, but your friends' lives too. So back to you, Muzaffar.